The stupidity is just too much some days. This person says, sure thing, the same way more riots start, with a handful that take it too far. The question is, who started the violence and why were they there? Still never got information on Ray Epps, he went on to say. Now, what is this all about? Somebody made a comment up here. I did a video reply to it. That person said there was no violence on January 6th. I did a video talking about how that violence is actually on video. We have it. We watched it play out live on TV. So this person came in and said, do you ever get sick of missing the forest for the trees? Had to be exhausting. I said, explain to me how I am. This should be interesting. That's when they came back with this. Sure thing. The same way more riots start, with a handful of that take it too far. The question is, who started the violence and why were they there? Still never got an answer to Ray Epps. I don't know what I just did to that fucking screen, so I apologize. Ray Epps is a Trump supporter, my guys. You guys and your obsession with Ray Epps is comical, considering he's one of you guys. But if you think Ray Epps is guilty, then why is it he would be the only person there that would be guilty, considering Trump pardoned everybody else that was there? And you say it's a small group of people that got 1,500 people just pardoned. Now, the best part of this is that when Connolly says, who beat up the cops then? Who was screaming to kill Mike Pence? Why did they need pardons? He says, good question. A mixture of Trump supporters, more prone to crime, Antifa, and FBI informants. And that's why we can't reach across the aisle with these people, because they don't live in reality. We can't have conversations about economic policy and foreign policy, tax code, social justice. We can't have these conversations with people who don't live in reality. These people still think, A, Antifa is an organization, and B, people who carry the mindset of Antifa, the anti-fascist movement, were there that day. And Ray Epps is somehow the guy who started that. This is an example of what's wrong with this country, right? This is somebody who does not live in reality. This is somebody who buys into propaganda, who pushes misinformation, who is devoid of any critical thinking skill whatsoever. This is the kind of person it is impossible to reach across the aisle with, because they don't recognize fact from fiction. They don't recognize reality from propaganda. There was no Antifa. Your people got pissed off that you lost an election. Your people said for weeks on their social media accounts that they were going to go to Washington, D.C. and stop the steal. Your people showed up armed and listened to a wannabe tyrant tell them to go down and fight for their country, or they weren't going to have a country back. Your people then marched to the Capitol building. Your people attacked the Capitol building. Your people chanted to have Mike Pence killed. Your people erected a gallows on the lawn of the Capitol building. Your people are the ones that, for the first time in American history, made sure we did not have a peaceful transfer of power. It is time for you and your people to own your actions.